Hello everyone and welcome back to Oxventure presents Deadlands. I'm Andy and I will be the marshal for this game of Deadlands, and with me are our players. If you would like to introduce yourself and your character, please, starting with you, Jane.
Howdy, I'm Jane and I'll be playing Garnet Monroe, who is a huckster, also known by me as a card wizard.
And hello, I am Ellen and I will be playing Edie Valentine, who is a hunter who, also likes to chillax once in a while.
Any specific kind of hunter?
Yeah, I can find my
Monster Hunter.
Monster
right?
Hunter, yes.
Good.
Sorry.
That's important. That's important.
It's been a while.
I'm Mike, I'm playing Silas Flint, who is a former lawman turned vigilante, just trying to bring a little justice to the Weird West.
My name is Johnny Chiodini and I will be playing Nathaniel Jansen, or Nate, who is a former old man turned corpse, turned undead old man. His hygiene was questionable before.
He's definitely on the turn.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I'm Luke Westaway. I will be playing DeLacy, who is a noodly-armed little kid, all skinny and wiry, and an incredible shot with a great big pistol called Rooster.
When last we saw these characters, they had just defeated one of the horsemen of the apocalypse, earning themselves quite a lot of money into the process. You've used that money to relocate to the town of Dead Hollow, where you've set up a monster hunting agency. But that's not where we are right now. Where you will find yourself right now is inside a tent. It's gloomy. Inside this tent, the musty smell of tarpaulin that has been wet and dried 1,000 times over. Around you are countless treasures of enormous historical value: an Egyptian sarcophagus, a pipe organ claiming to be from the Nautilus, a carved idol identified as Shiriki Otundu, but none of them hold your attention as much as the sounds coming from the next room, a kind of huffing, snarling, snuffling noise accompanied by sort of crashing, breaking glass, general chaotic sound. This sounds like what you're here for.
What time of day is it?
It's middle of the day.
Is this another Sasquatch scenario?
Don't know. I used to say.
So we're in a tent, but a tent with, partitions, right?
Mm-hmm. There's little curtains.
We're not all camping together.
Yeah.
Leading through. It's a large circus-style tent. Seems to be part of some sort of, mobile museum exhibition, something like that.
Okay.
Well, I know what we're here for. Presumably we came here looking for something. So I say, hey fellows, that sounds like the...
Well,
Blank, that we're here for.
What an odd thing to say.
above the flap leading through to the next part of the tent is a banner.
Okay.
Torn banner that reads, "A creature 8 feet tall displays human-like intelligence, the king of the Cascades. See the fearsome Sasquatch as he appeared in life."
Goddamn Sasquatch.
Oh, wait. It's not... Please tell me this is not the same Sasquatch.
Garnet, I believe you were the last one to see this Sasquatch alive. How
I
is it?
guarantee you that it is not the same Sasquatch.
It's an undead Sasquatch.
May I proceed first into the next room? Only I have never seen a Sasquatch whole before.
Your boots.
Powerfully intrigued.
Yeah, I didn't get a good look either. I want to see. I'll come with you, Nate.
Come on, son. I'm just going to blithely walk into the next partition.
Okay, well, the next room that you walk into is set up for one specific exhibit. It has a sort of a pedestal. There's a little velvet rope and some gold bollards in front of it that have been knocked over because standing in front of that, well, it's apparent the museum has gone to some lengths to restore the Sasquatch, but clearly they weren't able to find skilled taxidermists.
Oh boy.
For it's a lot more spherical than it was previously.
Overstuffed.
It has an expression that would seem goofy if it weren't snarling in rage.
Is it like that walrus that they overstuffed in the...
Yeah, similar to that sort of vibe.
They just kept packing it until it wasn't wrinkly anymore.
Yeah, this Sasquatch has been poorly taxidermied, but it is alive. Perhaps keeping it in close proximity to so many cursed items was a bad idea. The Sasquatch hasn't noticed you yet. It's just sort of knocking things over and roaring.
Is it restrained in any way?
No.
We've started a monster hunting agency, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
I'd like to shoot the Sasquatch, please.
Would you like to shoot the Sasquatch?
That's what we're here to do, probably.
Hello! I say to the Sasquatch.
Okay, the Sasquatch wheels around, roars at the two of you. All right, we're going to combat.
Great.
Oh, great.
So it's just the two of you and the Sasquatch currently.
Yep.
So I'll deal for the...
That's a perfect double play, actually. 'Cause
Yeah,
you get its attention in a momentary pause.
Ooh! Bang!
Do you think they're okay in there? Do you think we should follow them in?
Okay, you've got Sasquatch on a jack,
Oh.
DeLacy on a 4, or...
With the quick edge, I would like to discard and redraw an action card of 5 or lower, please.
Okay,
Damn.
another 4.
With the quick edge, I would like to discard and redraw an
6.
action card of 5 or lower. Sit off.
Okay, and Nate, it's the...
Yes, the complete opposite. I have hesitant as a hindrance,
Okay.
so I would like 2 cards and I will take the lower of them.
Okay, well there's a 4, another one, and a queen. So we'll go with the... We'll go with the 4 for Nate there.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
You soak the first claw swipe.
I shall.
All right, so the Sasquatch is going to go first. Nate, you shouted at him,
Yes.
but DeLacy, you have your gun drawn?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I suppose so.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do, draw my gun and shoot it, so...
Okay, I think it will probably attack Nate because Nate's the one making noise. So, all right, Nate, what's your parry?
My parry is 4.
Okay, that's a success. So, oh jeez, it's brandishing a sort of crude spear that is made out of a bit of broken bollard. So,
Tremendous. Yeah.
Human-like intelligence.
Nate, what was your toughness?
My toughness is 5.
Okay, so that is. You take 1 wound and are shaken.
Tremendous.
Okay, so the Sasquatch basically sweeps this jagged bit of metal across you, slamming into your chest and knocking you back against the tent wall, but it's canvas, so you sort of stumble back into it and get all tangled up in the canvas. Okay, that makes it DeLacy's turn.
Nice. Last time you hit Nate, I'm going to say. And okay, so normally I guess I would shoot for the eye or the throat. But you mentioned that this Sasquatch had been overstuffed.
It's been sort of stitched back. It looks more patchwork than it was previously. It's sort of like some bits you can tell they couldn't find the original bit, so they've replaced it with a bit of tarpaulin or some sort of deer hide.
I think what I'd like to do is shoot for a vulnerable seam with the intent of making all the stuff inside spill out.
Okay, interesting. Fine. Yeah, all right. So, make me a roll.
Okay, so this would be a shooting roll, right?
You roll your shooting skill against a flat 4,
Yep.
and then if you succeed, you roll the damage dice against the enemy's toughness.
Yep. Just gather up. So shooting for me is a D10
Plus your wild die.
plus my wild die, which is a D6. I can add 2 to this because of various edges. Hooray! Okay, so that's a 10.
So roll it again.
That's a 10.
The dice explode if you roll the highest number on the dice.
Yep, so that was on the D10, so I'll roll that again. That is a...
It's 1.
Oh, that's 1. Yes, right. Okay, so that was 10 plus 1 plus 1 for my marksman edge and 1 for using my trademark weapon.
Okay.
For 13 total.
Okay, so that's a success with 2 raises. So you can add a d6 to your damage roll.
Okay.
And you're rolling against this Sasquatch's toughness.
Okay, so that's 2d8 plus 1. So I'll roll that first and then do the 6. So that's 7 and 6, which together, why I know, it's 13. So that's 18.
18. Ooh, nice. You've just raised on the toughness of the Sasquatch, so the Sasquatch will take 1 wound and is shaken.
Yeah. Where did I hit it? What's the most vulnerable seam?
Where would you like to hit it?
Where's your most vulnerable seam?
It is absolutely crisscross with stitching all over its body.
I guess on the hip, what would be so great is if a tear could appear there so that gravity could pull a lot of vital organs and stuffing out through that hole.
Okay, so yeah, you blast open the seam on its hip. It doesn't seem like there's anything organic in there anymore, but a huge gout of sawdust starts like pouring out onto the floor.
Cool.
which is it's causing a definite lean on the Sasquatch.
Size rating decreasing gradually.
So it's Nate's turn.
Yes, talking of being shaken, I am.
So I would
Shaken
like
up like a
spirit
can
roll.
of beans on an angry horse. So, yeah, spirit roll to unshake. That is an 8. And another one. And then, so it's 16, 21. So I can act.
Wow, okay. So you're going to gather yourself up out of the canvas.
Yep. It's kind of like, I'm just going to draw my pistol, which is a hanging judge revolver.
Oh, yeah.
Because I counted coup on a hanging judge last season. So it's a pistol with a scythe blade on it. I
Pretty
do
serious.
have fighting. It's only a D4. But I kind of feel like cutting this thing. I'm just going to shoot it.
What would Nate do?
You're right. I'm going to take the pistol with a scythe blade in both hands and just run at it. And I'm going
Love
to
it.
try and cut it.
Yes, please do. Okay. Well, yeah, do me a fighting.
Yep. So that's D4 plus my D6. That's a 6 on the 6.
Yeah.
That's 11 altogether.
Okay, yeah, that beats the parry of a Sasquatch.
Ah.
So, yeah, let's have some damage.
Ooh, I'd never asked you, what is the damage on the scythe blade of a hanging judge revolver?
Strength plus D6.
Strength plus D6. My strength is 4. So 4 plus a D6. That's 4 points of damage there, Andy.
Okay, let me see if that exceeds the Sasquatch's toughness. It does not.
Yeah, just kind of totter up to it.
Bounce
Sort
off
of like, oh! And sort of just caress it with the knife and kind of just...
To be fair, you shave off some sort of matted fur from the Sasquatch, which, like,
Lucky.
floats to the ground.
I yell to
Even a
Delacey,
condemned Sasquatch deserves a clean shave.
is it dead?
The Sasquatch roars in reply.
Oh, beans.
It's about
Now.
to be. Little help over here!
Yeah, so the three of you hear all this happening from the tent.
Yeah, we scoot around the corner.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll deal you in if you
What the hell are you two doing?
It is the same Sasquatch.
I was worried about that.
I can't
Doing
believe
is
they
winning.
can't believe they
Well,
found enough
good.
of it to put it back together.
Okay, well, let's go. So the Sasquatch on a 6.
That's more like it.
Ooh, we all get 3.
Yeah.
DeLacy on an ace.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
DeLacy.
Need to redraw that. 5 for Nate or a king.
Oh, no.
So
Oh.
5 for Nate. Okay, Silas on a 3. Edie on a 10.
Oh, yeah.
And Garnet on an 8. So we are starting with DeLacy.
Okay. Remind me what else was in this room?
It is a room to display the Sasquatch. So there's a like a plinth for the Sasquatch to stand on. There were sort of gold pillars. There are posters extolling the wonders of this Sasquatch, and there are some sort of there's some benches around the side for people to sit and admire it.
If there was a plinth in the middle to display the Sasquatch, would it be fair to assume there's some electric lights directly above it?
Electric in this tent? No. It's lit by sort of lanterns that are
Lanterns.
hanging from the side.
From the
Around the sort of there's like a running rail around the top of the the tent in which these oil lanterns are hanging from.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll try and whatever lantern the Sasquatch is nearest. It's not going to be directly under one if they're around the edge of the tent, I would imagine. But I have to think that there's a lantern I could probably sort of try and shoot slightly skew if, maybe like shoot the rail so the bullet kind of doings, kind of often.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just sort of like shoot a load of oil on fire oil or the whole lantern kind of down over the thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, do me a shooting roll
Okay.
and see how you do.
Okay. That's a 7.
Okay. So that is a success with no raises.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So what are you trying to make happen? Describe it.
I want to shoot off a lantern with a flame in it in such a way as that lantern sort of falls and ideally breaks on the Sasquatch, setting it and probably Nate ablaze. Forgot that you were sort of.
Yes, I'm in terrible danger.
I'm going to say on a regular success, it lands. It doesn't land on the Sasquatch. It lands next to the Sasquatch. It sort of splashes it with some oil, but the oil doesn't ignite.
Okay.
But the Sasquatch is now oiled up.
I also oiled up.
Nate is also oiled up. A big jet of oil went right into Nate's beard.
My major hindrance is trouble magnet.
So those two are primed to go up if anything were to happen.
That's cool.
Okay, Edie, it's your turn.
Yeah, I think I might go for the pepper box.
Okay, what is that?
So
The box?
it's basically like a teeny tiny machine gun, but it's a handgun.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's got 8 shots in it.
Presumably it has like a handle, like an old pepper grinder.
Yeah. It kind
To
of
do
goes.
that,
Yeah. It's a sort of automatic revolver, I suppose, is what you.
All right, well, roll your shooting skill against the flat four.
Okay, shooting is D8
Plus a D.
Plus
and a
Phew.
D6. I'm going to do a D8 first. That's a 1. Okay, that's good. So I got a 3 and a 1, so that's a 3.
So yes, you have not beaten a 4, which means your shot goes wide.
Spend a penny.
You could spend a penny to re-roll if you wanted.
Yeah, go on. All right. D6 first. That's a 1. Come on, D8. 2. No. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, how does Edie react to this?
She's honestly she's just a little not shaken in the game sense, but she's a little shook that this thing that she'd already seen Garnet wonderfully explode is back, and she's sort of just mad, and so she's not focusing from. She's like, this thing is back again, and so she's not concentrating, and the shot goes wide.
Which punches a hole in the tent, and now there's a sort of shaft
Ray of
sunlight
light,
streaming in from the outside. Okay, Garnet, it's your turn.
Yeah. All right. I take up my old deck of cards, my father's antique deck of cards, and I cast Burst.
Yes, again.
Again.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
describe
say,
how
hey, remember this? And I cast Burst on the Sasquatch that I burst last time.
Sure thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Does it recognise me? Hang on, I go. Does it recognise me now?
Big spherical Sasquatch.
Yeah. Now he gets it.
Now it's sort of rolling its way towards you. But yeah, it's mad that it's...
Okay, it's like an Indiana Jones boulder. Okay, but it recognises me.
So how does this work?
Okay, well, I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm not going to deal with the devil, so I'm not going to do myself like a poker hand. I'm just going to cast with power points.
Sure.
First is 2 power points, so that's 2 of my power points spent. And I'm just going to roll my spell casting for it. Okay?
Go for it.
So here we go. It's an 8, and my wild die.
Are you thinking about Microsoft PowerPoint?
No.
Slides.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about the fact that Burst is a cone. And I'm next to the Sasquatch.
Nate's in danger, so much danger.
But not from the Sasquatch.
I feel like this is just like, because I'm functionally immortal, this is just the MO.
Yeah.
I'm not taking this personally.
You're a trouble magnet. You should attach yourself to what we're fighting.
I basically have.
Good.
You're like the guide rail for when you're shooting. Just get Nate close to the target.
Your aim
Your rubbish
assist.
is temper bold.
I'm lasing the target. It's like, hit it here.
The target with
Win
Nate.
the game.
How was your roll?
Unfortunately, my highest was a 4 on my wild die.
Okay, is that a success?
It is actually yes, 4 or higher is a success on a spellcast. So now I need to roll for damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're rolling
now,
against the Sasquatch's toughness.
okay. So now let's roll against the Sasquatch's toughness. That is.
You'd also be rolling against Nate's toughness.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
All right. That is 3d6. So that's 6.
6 on 3d6.
Yes.
Okay, well you haven't exceeded the Sasquatch's toughness.
No.
However, I'm shaken.
Okay.
Yeah, but Nate goes on fire. Nate's holding the Sasquatch. This is the point of the danger magnet.
Oh no. Am
All
I
right.
on fire?
3d6 against Nate's toughness. That is a 4, an 8, and a 6 on my 6, so that's 14 with a raise of 1. So 15 against Nate's toughness.
Of 5.
Okay, so
I'm taking 2.
take 2 wounds. Okay, Nate.
It looks like a cone of white hot sparks, like you get off an angle grinder when you're like against some kind of iron.
Okay, great. Yeah, well, that the Sasquatch sort of brushes these sparks off angrily. Nate it just goes up like a Roman candle.
So the oil in his beard.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
So Nate is like, you know, like in a movie where they have a guy covered in gel.
Stunt
Just
guy,
like,
I'm doing the gel guy walk.
And then you fall flat on your face and a guy comes on with an extinguisher.
yeah, so that's what's happening to Nate currently.
Fall on the Sasquatch.
Sorry, Nate. I bellow across the tent.
Oh, God!
It's the Sasquatch's turn. They're going to attack you, Garnet, because they hate you.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so let me roll for the Sasquatch. What's your parry?
No, not parry. I'm backpedaling nervously away from the Sasquatch, but my parry is but a 2.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Someone
so
didn't
that
take
succeeds.
fighting?
Someone did not take fighting.
Yeah, so that succeeds. Let me just roll some damage right now.
Well, early bath for Garnet then.
It's a short season.
It's going to pick up the pedestal that it was stood on. It's going to throw the pedestal at you.
Oh.
So I'm going to roll. What's your toughness?
It's 5.
Okay, so that's a 7 on the 5. That means the pedestal wings you and you're shaken.
Oh, okay. Ow.
So, yeah.
Ow. Hate that.
Nate.
Hate that for me.
On fire, Nate, it's your turn. You need to roll to unshake.
Yes, I dare say
You
I
need to
do.
roll to unfire as well.
So spirit. Spirit. This will be a -3 wound penalty. That's fun for me. An 8 on my 8.
Yay!
9, 10, 11 -3 is 8. I unshake. I would like to hug a Sasquatch.
Sure thing. Yeah, do a fighting roll.
A 6 on my 6, and then a 1. So,
Okay. So that's a
oh
6.
no, 7 -3
No, that's 4.
is 4.
Yeah, so that is a success.
Yay!
Yeah.
Beats it.
All right, you hug the Sasquatch,
Oh.
and it's quite hard because it is basically spherical.
Come here, you.
Arms around it. It looks confused for a second, and then it too goes up like a Roman candle. And now there is just a big burning mass in the center of the tent. Nate and a burning Sasquatch. Okay, what's the damage on being massively on fire?
It's a good job we don't.
Inquiring minds would like to know.
It's a good job we don't know who sent us here or what's happening, or they might be annoyed at the loss of their tent and all their treasures.
Oh, you have a letter. It's from the people who run the museum. They've asked you to get rid of their living Sasquatch.
Which we are doing.
To be fair, is what you're doing. I'm just going to say that the Sasquatch takes a wound from that because that seems reasonable. Okay, the Sasquatch is on fire. Nate is hugging it. It's a big ball of flame. Silas, it's your turn.
Yep. I would like to try and shoot this Sasquatch right in his head. Right between the eyes.
Okay. Sounds plausible.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Cult Peacemaker.
All right, well, do me a shooting roll.
All right, fine. My shooting is 8.
So plus the D6.
Plus the D6, yes, my wild die.
I'd be a rules nerd for a second.
Sure.
If you're aiming specifically for the head, it's a
Cold shot, yeah,
-4.
-4, yes. That's fine. So I've got a 6, but that is -4.
Well, you re-rolled a 6. If it's is it 6 on the 6 or a 6
No,
on the 8?
6 on the D8,
Okay.
unfortunately.
So your best one was a 6, but -4 because you're trying to shoot it in the head.
Yes,
So that's a 2, which doesn't work. What happens?
Well, that shot goes wild, but because I've got 2-gun kid, I've got another gun, another Colt Peacemaker in my other hand.
Okay.
So I'm just going to try with the other one. Damn it! Right.
Just sending them out.
That is a 2 -4, not good, and a 5 -4 is a 1.
So you shoot wide and you go, pull out second gun,
I
shoot
got
wide
this.
again.
Don't you worry.
Yeah, there are now 3 shafts of light streaming in from the outside of this tent. So anyway, I started blasting.
Like Stan the Boatkeeper from Monkey Island.
Right, okay, back to the top of initiative order, I believe.
Cool.
Right, let's deal out initiative again. So DeLacy with a 9. Yes.
I accept.
Nate with a 7. No. Or a 3.
Yes,
so a
the
7.
3, please.
Fine. Okay. Silas on a 3. Sorry,
Again.
Silas. Edie on a 6. Garnet on a 10.
Yeah.
And the Sasquatch on a queen.
Oh, no.
Is your queen a spider?
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
They're all monsters, all cryptids.
Oh no.
The face cards. All right, the Sasquatch, still mad at you, still furious, going to attack you, wants to kill you. So let me just roll for this.
Bruce Esquire.
this thing. Okay, yeah, that's a success.
And I'm shaken.
No, I just need to do the damage. So what was your toughness again?
My toughness is 5.
Cool. It's going to swing at you again with the spear. You are shaken, but it doesn't do any damage. God damn, you useless Sasquatch. Should I add anything for
I
it being
was
on
already
fire?
shaken from last time, wasn't I?
Oh, you
not?
were already
So
shaken
that's
from
my
last
point.
time. Good point. So you take a wound. Thank you for reminding me.
Damn, I'm honest. Can I get points for being honest?
Yeah, you get another point of damage.
Oh, thanks.
You take 1 wound as the Sasquatch hits you in the midsection with this.
1 wound,
Yeah, it's
and I remain shaken.
it probably wouldn't have hurt you, but the metal has been superheated because the Sasquatch is on fire. so
Okay, like it singes and cauterizes as it cuts me.
Yeah, it kind of catches you in the midsection and knocks the wind out of you.
Oh,
You take a
oh.
wound.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. Garnet, it is your turn.
Spirit roll, right?
I am
Spirit
shaken,
roll
so
to
let's
unshake.
unshake myself with a handy dandy spirit roll.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
I got 6 on my 6.
That's great. You
Nice.
just need to beat it.
I'm just unshaken. There we go. Right, and now I get a.
Now it's your turn.
All right, well, I shoot it with my peacemaker.
Sure.
All right,
Go for
so
it.
my shooting roll.
Yep, just roll your shooting scale against the flat 4.
I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not actually that good at shooting. That's a 3.
Okay.
It's just a 3.
Well, then you don't
And
succeed.
okay, I shoot wide, I shoot another hole in the roof, the canvas, and the
They're all
tent.
just streaming in, crisscrossing
Yeah.
each other
Eventually,
now.
this tent's going to collapse in and land on the Sasquatch and trap it, and then we'll be,
yeah, that'd be
we'll
great.
done, won't we?
So Lacey makes a mental note to try and teach these.
Adults. No good shooters.
Well, the opportunity is now because it's DeLacy's turn.
Oh, okay. So Nate's heavily on fire and close to second death, I suppose. Can I sort of look over at Nate and just try and give a questioning, like,
You right? All good?
I'm just imagining it towering. My thumb.
Can I help?
I'm good.
cool, all right. In that case, yeah, enough of this shilly-shallying. Yeah, I'll
Classic
shoot.
youth dialogue.
It probably isn't the
Yeah,
Wild
back
West.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll shoot the Sasquatch through its stupid mouth, please.
Okay, so a cold shot.
Yep.
This is
Yep,
all right.
yep,
Well,
yep.
do me a roll and
Marksman lets me ignore up to 2 points on penalties from called shots, but I won't be adding +1 to my roll
Okay.
for that. Shooting, 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 shooting. DeLacy loves shooting. Okay, so that is a 7, which is a success with no raise, right?
correct. So, but it is a success, so you can roll damage.
I'm going to spend a Benny to try and do better.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I mean, school's in session, so he
Yeah,
wants
that's
to,
true.
You know,
Trying to show off.
Unfortunately, it's not better. So that's that would be 8, 9. So that's 7. I'll spend another Benny to try and do better.
What?
6 on the 6.
Okay.
Cool.
nice.
And a 3 on 6. So yeah,
Success with a raise. Yeah.
incrementally better. Yeah.
Okay, so you can add a d6 to your damage.
Is it with the everything? Hang on, sorry. So that was 6, 7, 8, 9,
Minus
10.
2.
Minus, yes, it is a success with a raise.
Yeah.
Yes, just cool.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. 2d8. It's important to try your best all the time. That's a 7 plus 3, so that's 10.
ED eyes the whole.
10 plus 1, 10, 11 plus 5, 16.
16. Okay, that is only one success, but the Sasquatch is shaken from being on fire, so it takes a wound. This will be the lethal wound to the Sasquatch. Describe what happens.
I look pointedly at these 3. Through the mouth.
Through the mouth. Yeah.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Cool. Yeah, so the bullet travels directly through the Sasquatch's mouth, punches another hole in the tarpaulin, another stream of light comes through, and it goes through the hole in the Sasquatch.
Blinding me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Cool.
Reflects off your shiny, shiny gun and into, I don't know, Silas's eyes.
Damn it!
Oh, shoot it in the mouth.
The Sasquatch, it wobbles for a second and then it topples over directly on top of Nate.
They're just in a pile on
In
fire.
a flaming pile. Yeah, so I guess, your combat is over, but, you're not out of the woods yet, so what does everyone want to do?
Can I grab a bucket and water? There must be like a trough or something, or a,
Trough in a museum.
Sand, yeah.
something.
Well, you can check. I mean, there's not a lot in here.
Is there extra like tarpaulin?
Is there extra tarpaulin? No. I mean, you could check the other room where the exhibits are. Maybe there's something in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
That sarcophagus might be full of sand or like a.
Well,
Or
you
like
just need to
ancient
smother
mummies.
it. You just need to smother, and it's fine for how long we need to smother because I'm assuming Nate doesn't need to breathe. So
Doesn't know.
yeah, so Edie can just be like,
So Nate is just under this Sasquatch on fire, but you're just like,
Am I taking another wound?
no.
It's fine if yes.
It's full of sawdust, so I think it's quite soft. I think
it's going to
Okay.
put itself
Oh no,
out.
I meant from being on fire.
Oh no, I think the flames on you have been smothered by the Sasquatch landing on you, but the back of the Sasquatch is still on fire.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
it's like a heated blanket.
Yeah.
Heated
So the
weighted
Sasquatch is on
blanket.
fire. Nate is pinned underneath it. Nate is no longer on
Can I
fire.
just go and kick the Sasquatch off Nate?
You can try.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd
All
like
right.
to do
Give
that.
me a. I guess it'd be fighting because you're kicking.
Or athletics, or either way, it's 6. So
Okay. Are you untrained in?
no, I've got D6 in athletics and
Okay.
D6 in fighting. So
right, yeah, do
either
me-
of those works. It's a 1 and a 2.
Okay. All right. So you walk up and kick the on fire Sasquatch. Your trouser leg catches fire. You are able to put it out yourself.
Okay.
I'm like dancing around.
Have they
the
laid a
place.
bunch of carpets in here, like on the earth? What's
No,
the floor
it's
like?
it's like wood chip on the floor, like sawdust.
All right.
So that is sort of smouldering, but it's not on
Okay.
fire.
Yeah. Can I like peek into the other room and do a little bit of a notice roll and see if there's anything?
Yeah. Do me a notice roll.
Exploding on my D8. So that's 10 altogether.
10 altogether. Okay, so a success with the raise. Yeah, so there are a few things in here that might work. There's a jar containing a two-headed monkey that's preserved in some kind of liquid.
I know what these preserve things in there.
But there is also across the room there is a sort of a bucket and a water butt, presumably in case of fire, because there is a lot of flammable stuff in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over and use that, and I'm gonna shout out to the others.
Sure, you don't want the monkey fluid?
Having a small knowledge
Yeah.
of how they
Embalming.
preserve things and embalming.
Absolutely.
Fluids, yeah, I'm gonna.
You're gonna get the bucket and water.
Also, like Edie's just sees it and it's like it's a bit gross. Yeah, yeah.
All right, that's fine. You can go and get the bucket. What does Edie do?
So he fills up a bucket, brings it back, and just kind of tries to douse the flames.
Just
Yeah.
before you do that, just as it's I don't want to stop it, but as it's happening, can I go? Oh!
Yeah.
Because
Why?
If I had a nickel for every time I've had to inform the Oxventurers that it's an oil fire, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Yes. Dang, I know this. I forgot that. I was thinking just of the sawdust.
Yeah.
I feel like we should break for like a PSA now.
chip pan fires.
Fires, wet
The silent
tea towel,
killer.
a wet cloth over it. Smother it, even with the lid of the pot.
We're back in. Okay.
Edie forgot that there was grease involved.
And
That's
remember, kids,
always-
don't be like an Oxventurer. Go to
That's a general rule for life.
your grades up. Not like us.
Okay, Edie, you throw the bucket of water onto the oil fire. The
Yeah.
water becomes superheated, and a large cloud of superheated steam blows up into your face.
Great.
Okay, I'm going to roll. What's your toughness?
It's 5.
Okay. Yeah, you take a wound and are
Okay,
shaken.
that's
Oh,
fine.
man. Okay.
Am I okay?
You're underneath this.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you're
Loving
underneath this
life.
Sasquatch.
Loving
It is
life.
Absolutely
it is
loving it.
completely covering your body.
Cool.
Can I yell at the available Oxventurers to like go to the corners of the tent and like knock or kick or whatever, like bring down the supports and let's smother this thing in the tent itself,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's plausible.
Got the lantern oil, okay? I forgot that happened.
It happens.
It'll happen pretty quick.
I say, let's bring this tent down.
Okay, I think that's something that people could do, right? It's just this is meant to be taken down by
Pull
people.
the stakes out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you're just going to pull the stakes out.
We,
and
we go to the corners of the tent and like pull up the
This is a
stakes.
high stakes fight. Sorry.
Yeah. Bring the poles down and then just like bring the entire tent down on the on fire
Yeah.
mound.
Yeah, nice
All right.
thick sort of canvas.
Yeah.
It's thick tarpaulin.
It's not coated in oil.
not coated in oil. It's
Highly flammable.
No. Okay, fine. Yeah, you bring the tarpaulin down. It smothers the fire. The Sasquatch is now out. Nate is underneath a bunch of tarpaulin and Sasquatch, and you are stood on the edges of this tent.
It's steaming on fire.
Another great success
Well,
for your monster hunting agency. All right.
say we didn't kill the Sasquatch.
Hello?
Oh, Nate, right. Sorry.
Can anybody hear me?
We hear you. Can I cut a Nate-shaped hole out of the
Absolutely, yeah.
canvas?
Could you ask DeLacy to fetch the kit?
DeLacy, the kit, please.
Yeah. Do we have like? Did we arrive here in a sort of coach or something? Like, how did we take transport to this
You've
situation?
got horses now,
We've got horses
Not me.
except for Silas.
for Silas.
What does Silas have?
Silas has a blindfold. Rides on the back of someone else's horse.
And we tell him it's not a horse.
Yeah.
That's why Silas missed his shots, because he's coming round from anesthetic. You drug Silas.
You know, in the 18, whenever they had to drug Mr. T's milk every time they wanted him in a plane. It's that situation.
So we, I'd go to a saddlebag and bring back the kit,
All right.
whatever that is.
It's a doctor's bag full of meat.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way I can heal.
Yeah, I'd like to carry it over my shoulder sullenly, because I imagine it reeks.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Move this top then.
All right, I cut a Nate-sized shaped hole out of the tarp and peel back
Great.
canvas.
Yeah, Nate, you are. I guess all of you working together are able to push the Sasquatch body off.
Yeah.
I just
I sort of fish around,
zip open this bag and sort of hold it out.
pull out like an entire liver, and just start like.
Okay.
May I make a
Never
healing
gets
roll?
any easier.
Absolutely. But the good news is that you have completed your contract. The Sasquatch is dead. So another successful mission.
Another
for-
job in the books.
What is the name of your monster hunting agency?
Quick.
Monster Hunters Du Jour. I'd say that went very well.
Sure. Any advances on Monster Hunters Du Jour?
No, help me write this.
The fabulous Monster Hunting Sisters.
Also good.
Monster Hunters Du Jour has a classy ring to it. I love
I
it.
agree.
True.
It also suggests that we are of the moment.
Yeah. I won't be
Flash in
around.
the pan.
A la mode.
Yeah.
Won't be around tomorrow when the bills need paying.
Monhuns.
Monhuns.
The Huns for sure.
That sounds like you're saying, "Come on, hun."
Monhuns.
Monster Hunters Du
Monster
Jour.
Huns.
Monhuns for short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good. Got it. I'll make a note.
Help me wrap this big bastard up.
I can get up myself.
Not you, Nate the Sasquatch.
Oh,
Language, young man.
How do we have to bring it back? Bring back the whole thing.
Me like that.
Okay, so you're wrapping up the monster to go. You're going to head back. Is there anything else you want to do here at the museum before you head back to HQ?
I want to find. Edie wants to find, like, who is running this place and commission this place, and just be like, no more Sasquatches.
Okay, well, they sent you a telegram asking you to come, so you can send a return.
And they're not here,
Yeah.
presumably. Like,
they
everyone's
cleared out.
vacated this.
Yes, because Sasquatch was going nuts in the back room.
Well, I'd like to hitch this sort of tied up tarpaulin Sasquatch to the back of one of our horses and go sit up on one of the horses and look pointedly at everyone else like...
and then you're just like,
It's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to get it all into a bag. It's all kind of assorted Sasquatch parts now at this point.
Well, we just pick up the edges of the...
yeah.
Wrap out.
Yeah, there
Or
you
we
go.
just take the edges of the Sasquatch, and most of it is just sawdust,
Sawdust, tarpaulin,
just
teeth.
skin.
Yeah. All right, so you've put it over your horse and everyone heading back to HQ.
Yeah. Edie is working on a very passive-aggressive telegram to write once they get back.
Cool, all right, so we can montage this. You ride back to the town of Dead Hollow, to Monster Hunters Du Jour headquarters. It's a handsome wooden 2-story building. It's got a little awning over the front that says Monster Hunters for Hire. So how have you decorated this place? What do people's rooms look like? Kind of what do people do in the HQ? I'm interested to know.
I'm running Meat Strips Du Jour, the side business, out of Bayou, which
Much more profitable
Gotta have a
side.
side hustle.
it just looks like an ossuary, like it's like a charnel house in there.
Yeah, as you arrive back, in fact, there is a queue snaking around the corner of people waiting for it to open so they can buy jerky.
They see tomorrow's meat hauled in.
Don't be alarmed, everyone. I'm trying an innovative new smoking technique.
What's that? You got some more jerky in there?
Yes.
Oh, what kind of animal is it?
Yes.
Well, I don't like the sound of that much.
Oh, but you will love the taste.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think it's safe to say DeLacy did not care a lick for decorating a place. So what does it look like? I've got nothing.
I mean, Edie's got a chaise lounge. She's like...
I imagine a boudoir sort of
yeah,
arrangement.
she's like, everything.
There's a shawl on a lamp.
fancy.
So the light is kind of cozy.
You know, in Calamity Jane, a woman's touch song.
Yeah.
Kind of like sort of functional, like
Concussed a spell.
nice, but functional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a cozy nook. It's a converted like home or a warehouse or.
No, you've built this place from scratch. So imagine like the hardware store from Deadwood or something like that. It's a sort of wooden building, like little porch out front that sort of runs along the main street. Awning with posts holding it up. There's a second story with actual glass windows. You did get quite a lot of money.
I would like a
Victoria.
second story bedroom with a little balcony. It's kind of cozy in there. There's a little card table for practicing on, and
Cool.
Yeah.
rustic
Sounds
and
good.
practical.
Yeah, Edie has a tea set so that anyone can like come in and just talk to her and just have a cup of tea and chill out.
And a chat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think inspired by his time as a sheriff, Silas would probably have insisted that we have some sort of like containment thing, like a cell, probably in the basement.
In the basement, sure.
Yeah, stone reinforced with iron bars and things.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So he's just brooding down there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I've got a
practicing his
hammock
shooting.
I've got a hammock strung.
Like on the porch or?
No, like indoors, for warmth, but I don't know, just like somewhere.
Cool.
For night time.
Nate is just in his charnel, just making jerky.
Just making jerky.
Okay, so yeah, you've finished this. You get paid for your work, and you
Minus damages.
yeah,
Whoa!
yeah. We didn't say anything about minus damages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So a little while passes. I guess you all recover from your wounds.
Thank you.
And let's call it the next day. So you get up. It seems the postman has come. He's been delivering mail around town. You notice him walking away from your door. It looks like he's dropped something off for you. What are you guys doing? Presumably DeLacy sleeps late, refuses to be woken by anyone.
Yeah. DeLacy has vast amounts of energy while awake, and then all of a sudden requires an immense amount of napping and sleeping.
Sure. Nate has been up since 6 a.m. slinging jerky to the locals. They start queuing before sunrise. It's so popular.
Here you are.
And this is real animal, you say?
Yes.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Look forward to eating it.
Please do.
Oh, a bit more sawdust in this one than usual.
Yes.
Well, thank you kindly.
You're welcome.
Okay. So yeah, people can't get enough of Nate's monster jerky. It's the talk of the town.
Best jerky in London.
I put on a little pot of coffee.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
And
Silas.
everyone comes around and filters into the smell of terrible Old West coffee.
How's Silas in the mornings? Is he
Grumpy.
grumpy? Cool.
Big surprise. Yep.
And Edie?
Not a morning person. Not an afternoon person. Not an evening person.
Not a person.
Barely a person at all.
She's drinking a sweet tea and trying to wake up slowly.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, as I said, there appears to be mail in your pigeonhole.
Yeah, I'll grab it. And bring it over to where everyone's sitting around the coffee. Okay, all right. Let's have a look.
Smooth.
Yeah. We, the parishioners of Bisley, wish to ask a great favor of you. In recent weeks, our livestock have been terrorized by a creature we have come to know as the Beast of Bisley Bayou. It comes out of the swamps and it rips and tears its way through our livestock, leaving them dead and maimed. Sure, 'tis some monster, as the torsos are rent with claw marks and the necks have been bitten. We're all worried, and us or our children will be next. Enclosed is what little money we have. Please help us.
Yeah. A few sad dollars fall out of the envelope. Like crumpled, like threadbare dollar bills fall out.
Well, are we gonna do it?
It'll be good for our reputation, which is...
after Sasquatch Gate.
Yeah. Do we know where is this Bisley Bayou?
Yes, you're aware of Bisley. It's the next town over. So occasionally people from Bisley will come into town for supplies and stuff. It's a smaller town than Dead Hollow. So occasionally you'll see Bisleyites come in for...
So I could walk.
I mean, yes, you could walk.
He
For
sets
sure.
off immediately.
I set off now, yeah. Everyone else can catch me up.
Yeah, I reckon it's a 25-minute walk for you.
Oh, it's a
you
convenient
there.
commute.
It's practically on our doorstep, and I agree with Ms. Monroe. It would be good for our reputation.
Gotta save the children as well.
Also, it sounds like there is a lot of meat that I could acquire for very reasonable prices on account of it being partially devoured already.
Okay.
Sounds like there's increasingly little meat.
Yes. But, are you okay?
Sorry, I just woke up. Give me
Okay.
some of that coffee. And put a little whiskey in it.
I pour the kid a coffee
Yeah.
and don't add whiskey.
I don't know the difference.
Yeah.
I told you I'd get a taste for the stuff. Whiskey.
Garnet a knowing look.
Okay, so you're going to head to Bisley.
Yeah.
are there any preparations you want to do before you head out?
Yeah.
I put a sign up and it says Monster Hunters will be back, on the door.
Out hunting.
Out hunting. Yeah, gone hunting,
Gone
it
hunting.
says.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna bring my jerkin sack. I'm gonna bring a large burlap sack
Wow.
of meat that I'm gonna bring back to
restock your
turn
first aid
into
kit.
jerkin and restock my first aid kit. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So it's the bag of meat and the bag to put meat in
Yes,
on
that's
the
right.
return journey.
Yeah.
Okay, so most of you are riding horses. Silas is going to walk. Is that how
Yep.
we're
I'll walk with Silas.
going to walk with Silas?
It's good to stretch the legs.
It's a nice day.
Don't want rigor mortis to set in. or
No.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeLacy's on Humble Ned.
Oh, humble Ned, of course.
Beloved character.
Still in the
Horses
possession.
seen
yeah.
some stuff.
Still in the possession of DeLacy. Okay, yeah. So you all set out.
That's Mosey.
The three of you ride. You arrive there about 15 minutes before the others. Nate and Silas, you walk. Nate, you know the way. It seems particularly well, so you kind of you take the lead. Silas follows along, and you have a nice chat.
Yeah, I regale him ceaselessly with stories that seem to go absolutely nowhere. The fourth time I ever went to Bayou was when my wife had asked me to go out for cornmeal. Cornmeal, you understand, is corn that has been ground very fine.
You don't say.
You can use this to make several things, including cornbread. Now, in order to make good cornbread, you will need a cast iron skillet, which of course is... And
weighing up like horses, these stories.
We arrive just as I explain the finer points of smelting iron.
You there, you look like a fine upstanding citizen who enjoys the eerie side of life. Well, why not step into the Hall of Oddities? That's right, the Hall of Oddities dice. That is, this beautiful sharp edge inclusion dice set is available now at store.outsidexbox.com, and it contains dice containing strange and unusual artifacts from around the world, such as a card from the dead man's hand, the bullet that killed Bad Ben Bellows, and what's this? Why, it's the severed hand of Wild Bill Hickok. Remember, came to life and tried to strangle everyone? Probably won't happen to you, though, I expect. So head on over to store.outsidexbox.com and check out this wonderful, handsome dice set available now.
Welcome to the middle of Deadlands.
Yeehaw.
It's great so far.
It sure is.
If you want to talk about it with us over on patreon.com/oxclub, you can check out the Deadlands Epitaph, where Andy and myself, Zach, the Oxventure producer, go over each episode in detail and how it was brought together.
I'll be spilling all the tea, all the secrets, all the characters that'll die this episode in the second half.
Yeah, sorry, we have spoiled that now.
Yeah, every character dies, so come on over to patreon.com/OXClub to find out why I did that.
We'll see you there.
Hey everyone, you're at the Bayou now. It took you a while to get here. It didn't, but you took a while leaving, so it's it's getting to the end of the afternoon. The sun's starting to dip. A few fireflies are sort of darting around over the surface of the water. It's a green blanket so still that you would swear it were grass. You can hear the sounds of a lone banjo being plucked nearby. It's unclear if this is just for atmosphere or if it's actually coming from someone.
Did we speak to anyone on the way here? Any of the parishioners?
No, I mean they sent you the letter. You're welcome to go into town and talk to them if you'd like.
Should we inspect the bayou first? Are there any obvious monster-y signs?
Well, so the bayou is big expanse of water with this like green moss on the surface. There are trees sticking out, Spanish moss hanging down from the branches. You would need some sort of watercraft, I think, to venture in. The banjo music is coming from. There is a sort of series of jetties over the water where the land meets the bayou. There is a shack down one end of the.
Well, they might have a lead on a craft, a swamp-going vessel.
And that, Silas, is why they call it the Iron Age. Oh, hello. You're here too.
Howdy. You made it. We hitched the horses. Sorry.
Just saying, Nate, Silas.
We hitch the horses and head for the shack.
Okay. Yeah. So as you approach the shack, you can see there's a fella sitting out front on a rocking chair. He's wearing kind of blue overalls, a straw hat, a yellow shirt underneath. He's got a long, scraggly beard and no mustache, and he's sort of playing the banjo to himself. And he's got a little fishing pole, just like dangling into the water. He's just sort of.
Well, howdy, stranger.
Well, hello there, friend. What's your name?
Goodness. My name is Silas. What's yours?
Pleasure to meet you, Silas. I'm Beacon Joe, they call me.
Beacon or bacon?
Beacon Joe, like a beacon in the night, shining out for everyone to see.
Now, how did you come by that name?
Well, I'm like a beacon in the night, shining out for everyone to see, friend.
Just say it, Silas.
Who gave you the name?
Why, everybody in town knows old Beacon Joe. Why, I take people out on the bayou. I give them the tours, and I get out there. I make sure the bayou's all safe for the boats. I keep an eye out for any hazards. It's just so people know which route's safe and which ain't.
What sort of hazards are we talking about?
Well, it's been real tough lately, I tell you what. Look, the tour business dried right up. No one wants to go out in the bayou on account of the beast business. I assume you've heard of this.
That's why we're here, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
You want to see the beast?
Well, we'd like to help you deal with the beast. Maybe get these boats going out again.
Well, that would be ideal. What, y'all beast killers or?
Yeah, monster hunting team right here, ready to go.
Oh, what's your monster hunting name?
Well, Monster Hunters Du Jour.
What is that? Some kind of Spanish?
No, it's French.
French!
Yes.
Very continental of you. You're from France?
No.
Well, if you're gonna head out into the bayou, you're gonna need one of my boats. Nobody else running boats out of here these parts and these times.
Please, yes, we would very much like a boat.
You want the tour?
We'll take the tour.
Yeah, we can take the tour if you.
Yeah, I'll give you the tour.
One moment. We sure this man has a very particular way of speaking that I find grating.
Don't worry about it, friends. I'm loading up the boat for your great expedition. By the way, it is $5 a piece.
A piece?
$5 a piece. I'm the only boat around here. So if you want to head out, you'll be dealing with old Beacon Joe.
You just said that this was harming your business, this beast of Bisley? Bisley, Bayou.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
That's
You
leverage,
did.
sir.
Nope.
That's what you said.
I believe she's spot on. Joe.
We'd be doing you a favor coming on the tour.
Perhaps you could have one of your famous business negotiations with the man.
Well, Garnet, do me a persuasion roll.
I am. Oh, wait, no. Here we go. 6. No, fine. 4. Just made it.
Just made it.
Just made it.
Well, I suppose business has been a little slow of late.
That's right.
How about $2 a piece for
about
old Beacon
$9?
Joe? Well, I ain't doing it for free, son. It's a business I'm running here. You understand? I gotta eat.
I've got one question for you then.
Just a businessman trying to make a living. I mean, whole town's business been interrupted by this beast.
Where do you want the 8th?
What do I want the 8th what?
The 8th hole in your head.
1, 2, 3, 7.
I mean, I only got...
Tear ducts, idiot.
While he's counting, can I just climb into his boat?
Ducts?
Your
hell is a
eye
duck?
holes.
What have ducks got to do with this?
Can I be in the...
Yeah, do me a boating roll.
Oh, no.
We're untrained, remember?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I've never seen boating on here, but that makes perfect sense. So that would be a D4. You'll be fine, though. That's 4 on the 4. No, that's 4 on the 6. Damn it.
That's a fail.
It's a fail. Okay, so you climb into the boat and untie it. You don't... So these boats are propelled by a kind of a long pole. You don't take the pole with you, and the boat just sort of drifts sideways and then stops about 10 feet from the bank. So you're just there on the boat. Well, what are you going to do from there, son?
We'll give you $1 if you lend us a pole.
What? Okay. I'll take y'all out on the bayou.
You buy your boat back for $1.
Gets the boat hook and nudges you a little further out into the...
Now your boat's further away. If you ever want to see this boat again, you'll give us $1.
What?
I point my gun at the bottom of the boat.
I'm genuinely curious to find out what you're going to do, son.
I'm gonna hull your boat.
Okay.
I'll sink it.
Okay. Do an intimidation roll, please.
Test me.
Yeah, do an intimidation roll. This is a spirited old man, so it's your opposed roll against his spirit.
So it would be persuasion, I guess.
No, it's intimidation. It's a different skill that you never...
Oh, right. Cool. Why am I looking to find it on here? It's not on here. That's fine. Okay. No. That was, yeah.
Well, he rolled a 10, so...
Okay. Yeah, 3 is lower.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He just sort of looks at you, waiting to see what you're going to do.
I also look at you, waiting to see what you're going to do.
How many boats are there?
Just the one.
You said boats. You said boats
You'd
earlier.
say boats.
There's only one that you can see.
Anyway, yeah, he said the other boats have been able to go out.
You did
Lacey.
say, but we all agree he said boats plural.
Yes.
I shoot the boat.
Okay. Okay, fine. You blow a hole in the bottom of the boat and it starts to sink.
Wish I could cast mending right now.
Give me an athletics roll.
Athletics.
Yeah.
Got that one.
Oh my god.
Nope.
Okay, you start to drown.
Oh my.
Did you roll a 5 on the 6?
Was it? I thought it was a 3.
No, that's a 5.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay,
yeah.
you don't start to drown, but you are thrashing around on the surface of the...
Thrashing, going down with dignity.
You're thrashing around on a 5. On a basic success.
Can I walk past the old man, grab one of the poles, and at least use it to fish DeLacy out of the swamp?
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, just do me an athletics roll.
Sure.
Just to see how easy this is.
It's super straightforward, I'd imagine, on my 2d6. Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a go.
Okay, you bonk DeLacy on the head and he starts to drown.
Okay, I'm gonna also try and help. No.
I don't need to breathe, so without checking how deep the water is, I'm just going to walk off the jetty and like ploop.
Okay.
And my hope is that I can just walk underneath DeLacy and sort of hold him out of the water.
Yeah, it's not super deep here. I would say it's probably about 6.5 feet.
Okay, yeah, that's so I can just
Yeah.
go under and just.
Okay,
the
cool.
boy up.
And just hoist DeLacy back onto the pier.
Oh no, I'm just holding him.
Rise back up out of the water looking furious.
Okay, so DeLacy is now being held up out of the water.
I lived.
Well, I
want
can
me?
see that, son. You hold my boat, which, I mean, how are we gonna get out on the bayou now?
Yeah, how, DeLacy?
Look, you and I had a disagreement. I say we let bygones be bygones.
Did we have a disagreement? You just stole my boat and blew a hole in it.
Clean slate.
Okay, well, just come on in. It's not safe to be in there.
Got a towel?
Yeah, I got it. I got some rags.
Can you bring them?
Okay.
Has he gone into the shack?
He's gone in to fetch some rags, yeah.
I don't trust this guy. We should try and steal his other boat while he's in the house.
What other boat?
He said boats, plural.
You did say boats plural.
There were other boating companies not currently running because of the beast of the
Take
sea.
our business elsewhere.
I can't hear any of this.
All right, fine.
You
DeLacy's
cast an eye around and see if there are any other boats strung up against other
There are
shacks.
some, you can see a couple of other boathouses. They've been sort of nailed shut and boarded up due to the lack of current business. Beacon Joe comes back out. All right, son, let's get you to dry it off and maybe make you a hot cocoa or something so you're not so cold.
That would be kind, thank you.
Okay.
How are you getting to the bank? You're like 10 feet out there. I'm just holding you up.
Oh yeah.
Walking back.
Yeah.
You're gonna walk him back?
It's like,
can't
Ratatouille
hear you.
him to the shore.
Stop making this harder than it needs to be.
Says you.
Can I sort of? Well, Nate's holding me up. Can I just sort of use my knees to just kind of give a gentle sort of horse-like kind of?
I just, completely just automatically start walking back to the bank.
Can I keep my friends here while this would go on? You better hope I don't come back later.
I'd like to grab DeLacy by his dungaree hook. You just stop it.
I emerge onto the bank and just disgorge all of the water from my lungs. Just in a huge torrent.
Wow, that's quite a thing to see, fella. Would you like some cocoa also?
No. Although if you have any soup, perhaps with meat in it, that would be welcome.
Any of y'all gonna hire my services? Pay me for any of this today? Or?
Well, I was thinking, while you make me some soup, I might fetch your boat from the bottom of the bayou.
Oh.
Being as I am entirely amphibious.
Well, that sounds okay. You gonna patch it and make it like new?
Yes.
Well, all right then. I'll get some soup on and some cocoa for the young gentleman.
Now we bash him on the head and take his other boat.
No. I think we should do this a little more legitimately from now on.
I think DeLacy is just so like flush with embarrassment and humiliation. It's like, you know, like nothing's more flush than a humiliated teenager, right?
Yeah.
So he's just gonna go stand away from the group in the bushes.
Look, he called your bluff, but you didn't flinch. I think that is admirable, albeit very counterproductive.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Thank you, Nate. I'm glad that someone gets it.
Not a problem.
I step off the jetty and bloop. Submerge myself again.
Cool. Yeah, that's fine. I think you know where the boat went down. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I'd like to just sort of recover it,
Yeah,
disgorge again.
cool. All right, what are you folks doing while this is happening?
Rethinking my life choices.
Drinking cocoa.
We don't know anything about this bayou, so I do think we need a guide.
Grating as his voice may be. Yeah.
I mean, I've used to live on the bayou, and I know that these places are not safe, and I don't know this area, so I think we should get this man to show us around.
Cool. Okay, well, yeah, Beacon Joe finishes making some cocoa and some soup in his shack. Everyone who would like some can have some cocoa and soup.
Oh, yeah.
How about I hand Beacon Joe the money that was in the envelope?
Not all of it.
There was a few dollars,
A
right?
few sad dollars, yeah.
Give him $1 sad.
Yeah. I have $2 sad.
$2 sad.
All right, you say you're going to get rid of the beast.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. All right, well, I would like that a lot. Business been down lately on account of all the
Yep.
cattle mutilations and things of that nature. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, you're right to make that face, old timer.
It sounds frightful.
Yeah.
Where are they keeping these mutilated animals?
Well, there's not much of them left after they've been got by the beast. We'll probably find some if we go out.
Okay.
It's just on the banks. It comes up out of the river and it tears them up something awful. Yeah, so are you I assume you're patching the boat as well with the hole in it. Yeah, so let's see how well that goes. Do me a repair roll.
Oh, that's an unskilled, isn't it? No.
Okay, there's still a big gaping hole in the boat. Anyone else care to have a try?
I'll give it a go. Nope.
I'll try.
Roll of threes.
Come on, DeLacy, I can't do it. Can you? I believe in you.
Don't patronize me, he seems to say.
6 on my 6.
Yeah!
4 on my 4.
Wow, 2.
2. Okay, so that's. Do I roll? I guess this one could keep going.
Yeah.
But it hasn't. So that's
You did that.
6 and 8.
Okay, cool. I rolled for Beacon Joe as well, and he got a 16. So the two of you together, working away.
Side by side.
Yeah. Now, see,
Shoulder
son,
to
isn't it more
shoulder.
satisfying to work with the sweat of your brow instead of just threatening people the whole time? Yeah, it is. Look at that. I knew there's a smile under there.
I'm glad you two patched it up and also repaired the boat.
I like that. There's a little something for you, Mr. Benny.
That was nearly the coolest thing in my life. I missed. Thank you.
Okay, so the boat is repaired.
Better now.
So you all pile into Beacon Joe's boat. You arrange yourself. There are life jackets.
Really?
Yeah, it's a tourist boat situation. So if you want to put your life jackets on,
It's
you're
a
welcome
more
to.
professional outfit than I expected.
Yeah.
I say putting on a... Yeah, I put one
I
on as
don't
well.
put mine on.
Okay, fair enough.
Put mine on.
Yeah, I'll put one on.
Oh,
He knows Nate will go in after him if he falls in. So
Yeah.
what's he got to worry about?
You're
Yeah.
my life jacket.
You've enabled the boy.
Yeah.
Spoiled him.
So Beacon Joe pushes away from the pier using the pole. You start to drift along the water, and he sort of slips into what you can tell is like a rehearsed patter for the tour as he starts to go. Okay, we're out of here. How's everyone doing today?
Real good, Beacon.
Good.
No, I said everybody. This guy here didn't answer. So how's everybody doing here today?
Yes.
Please, this boat's finally steering straight. Fix it up good, I reckon.
Well, great. My name's Beacon Joe, and I'll be your skipper today on the world-famous Bayou tour. I could also be your alligator wrestling swimming instructor if you're not careful, so please be careful. Now, how many of you out of state today?
We just walked here. Well, they just walked here.
And how about from out of the country?
You get a lot of foreigners?
And how about out of money? How about out of your minds? Well, this trip won't help. You're about to go through the famous Bisley Bayou. As you go along, you come across on the side of the banks, some of the vegetation has been cleared, and there are a couple of papier-mâché gorillas.
Oh my god!
Well, seems we got some wildlife here in the bayou. Probably weren't expecting to see gorillas here today.
Are they native to this part of the country?
No, that's my in-laws visiting me from out of town.
I wish I was dead. Which technically I am.
We know this boat sinks, is all I'm saying.
Suggesting we just end it all now.
Now, if you are wearing anything yellow, please don't make any loud noises. My in-laws find that quite appealing.
I just pull the hammer back on one of my pistols, just in case.
Yeah, he's starting to get the idea that maybe you don't want the regular tour.
Edie's enjoying it. She's just quietly just like, she's like, these are not top jokes, but she's enjoying these reactions.
Yeah,
Beacon Joe.
Yes. What was your name, Mr.
Silas.
Mr. Silas?
What does the beast look like?
Oh, right, the beast. Yes.
Yes.
Well, no one's seen it. Just the sort of the aftermath, if you catch my drift. But we can head to where the attacks have been happening, if that would be
That
what
would be
you
wise.
have to. Or we can continue it. There's a beautiful.
I don't need to meet
Made a
any more
giraffe.
of your in-laws.
No, okay.
Gonna see the backside of water, or
Well, that is later in the tour. Okay. Well, no, that's fine. We'll head up to where people have been seeing the beast. How about his eyes are sort of on your pistol.
that would be wonderful.
Okay. So the boat continues. There's a fork coming up, and you can see to the right there's a load of animatronic animals. But on the left it's the route less travelled, and the boat tilts around to the left. So yeah, if everyone can do me a notice roll as you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ooh, I've got an exploding 6.
Ooh.
I got a 4.
But it only exploded to 1, so 7.
Okay.
I failed. I think I cannot concentrate on anything.
I failed also. I'm having imaginary conversations with. I'm imagining other ways
All the things you
earlier
could
conversation.
Okay.
Basic success.
Basic success.
They
And
were also basic.
all basic
Yeah,
successes?
all basic, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, looking on the banks of the river, you can see large sort of footprints in the mud. They look reptilian, sort of four points to them, but they're large, extremely large tracks. Also, behind them, there's a sort of long, flat track that sort of
Tail.
carries along behind. And they sort of lead onwards further up the river. So, just going to keep heading on.
Yeah.
So, how's everyone doing?
Fine.
You get gators around here?
Yeah, we get gators here in the bayou.
Gators?
Well, I mean, Yeah, some pretty big.
Bigger than these? Gesture to the prince.
That will be large for a gator. I've never seen anything that big out here.
That could be the beast.
It could. Just keep on up around the bend. So you come up around like a bend in the river. He has the pole out the back and he's using it to steer you around the river. And as you come around the corner, you see just a scene of absolute carnage. It's deer carcasses, and they've been just like shredded, like they've been tossed through a wind turbine. And they're all
Get the bag out.
okay.
The jerkin sack.
Nate's got his jerkin sack ready.
Please,
Oh my God! What the hell's happened here? Looks like the beast has been passed. Do you want to stop here or keep going?
Yes, I would like to get closer and perform a hands-on examination of the product, the poor victims.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. Beacon Joe kind of guides you into the riverbank. So he's like holding onto the bank so you can all step off.
Great.
It looks like a couple of deer. It's hard to tell because they're so smashed up, but they've clearly been like bitten and like shredded with some sort of like claws or something.
Is there another trail, or are there any trail marks going into the water or out into deeper into the sort of?
Do me a notice roll.
Sure.
I'd like to start filling my jerkin sack.
Yeah, go for it.
So 1 and a 3.
Okay. Explode again. Okay, so that's 14.
Okay, so you don't see the same tracks as before. There are tracks, but there's been the mud is quite soft, so they're a bit more diffuse. They look more. They don't have sort of toes to them. They look almost like shoe prints. But it's hard to. They've been kind of washed away a bit, so it's hard to get any kind of definition from them. As you're looking at this, you hear a kind of rustling sound from the bushes up ahead of you.
Okay.
It's almost imperceptible, but there's definitely a noise and some shaking in the undergrowth.
I'll aim my gun at it, please.
Okay.
I'm going to approach the rustling, see if I can see what's going on.
Okay. Do me
Stealth? Or...
Oh, wait, are you stealthing up to it?
Yeah, like quietly, just sort of edging up to it.
Okay, do me a stealth check.
Yeah, sure. I've got a 4.
Okay, so that's a success. So what are you doing?
Just sort of like, I can hear the rustling. I'm trying not to startle it, but I'm like inching towards it. And I can see that DeLacy's got the gun trained on it as well, so if anything like jumps out, I'm feeling fairly secure about it.
Okay. So you're peering into the...
Yeah, heading in, like, looking behind the bush, see if I can see anything.
Okay, what you can see is an absolutely enormous reptilian eye face to face with you. And it is going to snap at you with its giant alligator jaws. Do me an athletics roll to try and dodge back out of the way of this.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's 1 and a 3, but I think I will spend a penny.
I would, certainly.
To re-roll both of those. It's a 2 and a 2. I'm feeling flush.
Getting better.
This is the one.
Gotta be 6.
Yay!
And a 4. 10.
Okay, fine. For a 10, yeah, you dodge backwards as these claws snap, like inches from your face, and an absolutely enormous alligator bursts out of the undergrowth, and I want everyone to do me a fear check. So this is a spirit roll as a free action.
Okay, remind me how a spirit roll works.
That would just be 2.
Just roll it against your spirit.
Oh, yes.
Your spirit.
Yeah, there we go. No, fine. Good.
Yeah, I'm fine.
6. Yeah.
I got
And
6.
1. 7.
Success with a raise.
Great.
Hell yeah.
Fine.
Basic
I'm
success.
fine.
Everyone passed the
Basic
fear check.
Dang.
That's boring.
All
right.
I guess we expected there to be a gator in the bayou.
Yeah. I found the beast!
Also, it didn't try to bite us.
And I held my nerve, so it's fine.
And we just got off that boat trip. Like,
Yeah.
That's true. Anything is better.
The sweetness of being
Do a fit check. Beacon Joe.
Okay, we're going to go into initiative because this thing is trying to attack you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Beacon Joe is still in the boat, holding onto the. I'm going to do a fear check for Beacon Joe in case he takes
away.
off.
Oh, God,
he might
no.
take off.
Oh, no. The one person to fail is going to be Beacon Joe.
Don't run away, Beacon Joe. Stay here.
Beacon Joe is not a wild
your boat?
card, so. Oh no, Beacon Joe passed. Okay, he's passed to alligators, but he's probably never seen one this big. Oh my God, I've never seen one that big. He says.
That's confirming what we all suspected, that he probably hasn't seen one this big.
Yeah. Okay.
Grown-ups are talking.
All right. First.
You want to make him leave anyway, even though he's not afraid. We're like, well,
Don't you think about leaving? I'll put one between your eyes.
Okay. First up, we have the alligator with the Joker.
Oh no!
oh, I'm getting to the Joker.
DeLacy.
Alligator became the
3. A Jack.
Joker means
Played by Jared Leto.
it can intervene any time, right?
It can move whenever it wants, and it gets +2 to its
Damn,
attack
Joker.
rolls. So, and it gets a Benny, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Benny. So, Nate on
Can't hold
not
them
on
in
a 10.
Not on the 10.
Great Moors.
I'll take whatever.
A 2.
A 2, much more my style.
Oh,
Yay!
Nice, no pressure.
Right, Silas with the Queen.
Ooh.
Edie with a 4,
Well, dang.
and Garnet with a 9.
Oh.
Okay, this absolutely enormous gator. I mean, you know what an alligator looks like, but this thing is 4 times the size of any you've ever seen in your life. It's covered in dark green, almost brown scales, huge teeth, the size of hunting knives, crowd its mouth. Some have sort of grown out at jagged angles, some have like grown up almost through its jaw, making it hard for it to close its mouth. It has dark red, glittering eyes, and it is moving in a way that is both unnatural and unnerving. It's sort of like darting back and forth out of the undergrowth. It is going to attack first, and it's going to try and grab DeLacy with its tongue.
with his tongue.
Yeah, it's got a huge purple sinewy tongue in its mouth, and it's going to try and snake it out and ensnare you with its tongue and try and pull you into its mouth.
Hell it is.
So yeah. All right, here we go. Fighting roll from this guy. What's your parry?
2.
2. Okay. Yeah, that succeeds. Okay, so it fully encircles you with its long, sticky tongue. You are sort of constrained within the tongue, and it is pulling its tongue inwards. It's like reeling you into its mouth, and sort of snapping its jaws. You're basically going.
It's going to be a lot easier to kill from the inside.
And yeah, as an additional move, it's going to start backing into the undergrowth, which gives it a degree of cover here. So it's going to like back halfway into the undergrowth, trying to pull you into the bushes so it can finish you off. Okay, cool. DeLacy, it is your turn. You can try and free yourself from the tongue by getting a raise on an opposed strength roll. This thing is pretty strong, I will say. So,
Well, I suppose. What choice do I have? If I'm constricted, I can't get my gun up to shoot it, can I? Is any of its tongue near my mouth?
I mean, yeah, it's sort of
The fanfic.
yeah.
Oh my god, the fanfic.
Basically, you're sort of mummified from the waist to the neckline in tongue currently.
I want to just try and bite its tongue with my
Bite its tongue.
yeah.
All right,
my
well,
pointy little teenage teeth as hard as I can in a sort of feral and frightening way.
Yeah, strength check.
Yep. Okay. Strength, not DeLacy's strong suit. You won't be surprised. Come on, luck. I'll spend a Benny.
Okay.
Spend a Benny on this lost cause. That was a 2 and a 2, and then a 2 and a 2.
Okay, that doesn't beat the gator, I'm afraid.
I won't spend any more.
Does he bite his own tongue?
And then you'll keep biting it again and again for hours afterwards.
Jay's going awfully for Delacy.
You remain constrained within the
shoot a
tongue.
venomous look at Joe.
Joe's in the boat, just
to let him know that I consider this all to be his fault.
He is.
I will kill him if I can.
Okay, fine. Yeah, he gets all of that from your look, and makes a note of it. Okay, it is.
Is it me next on the queen?
Yes, Silas.
All right. Well, it seems like the immediate problem is that DeLacy's about to be eaten by the giant alligator. So while it's like focusing on him and sort of snapping away, I'd like to jam a branch, like a really sturdy branch, into its mouth to try and wedge its mouth open.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I would like to do that, please.
Gators have super strong downward mouth, but not very strong upwards mouth.
Correct.
So jump on its top of its mouth.
Oh. Well, I didn't know that. So I'm going with the sturdy branch thing. I'm just going to hope that the branch is sturdy enough.
Okay, this is sort of quite the feat of athletics, I think. So just do me an athletics roll.
Sure. That is, I've got a 6 on an exploding die, and another 6.
Keep going.
And a 1.
Okay.
13.
Dang.
So that's a success with a raise?
Two raises, yeah.
2 raises.
Okay, so that works. What kind of branch is it that you've got here?
Like a really sturdy, there must be all sorts of branches, particularly with this thing thrashing around in the undergrowth and stuff. So I just picked one that looks as sturdy and straight as possible. I don't want any bends in it because obviously if it bends, it can snap more easily. So I'm looking for the straightest thing I can possibly jam in there.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's fair. You do that. I'm going to do a strength roll from the alligator, and if it gets a raise, it's going to break.
Okay, fine.
Okay, that is an 8, so it is a success with a raise. So the alligator bites down on the branch, and it shatters, sending splinters into DeLacy's face.
All right. I'd like to use an additional action at my -2 disadvantage to dive clear.
Well, you would get -2 to all your actions, so I think you need to declare all your actions.
Oh, really? I thought it was every subsequent one was okay, fair enough.
Yeah, every additional thing you want to do is a -2 penalty from every action, so it would have had to be from your initial one.
Yep. Fine.
Okay, next up we have Garnet.
Draw my Colt Peacemaker and I shoot it in the tongue.
The tongue?
Yeah,
Nice.
midway between the creature's jaws and DeLacy.
Does that count as a head called target, or does it not?
It's kind of a cold
It's
shot.
a cold shot to the tongue for sure.
Tongue, though.
But the tongue can take individual wounds, it says here. So
Oh, okay.
So it's a limb, so it's only -2.
yeah, it would count as a -2.
Okay, fine.
Brain is in the tongue.
Yes. I'm going to spend one of these. Well, that's a 4. I know it's a success. So I want it better than a success.
Okay. Yeah, it's catching.
Did it work?
No.
No.
Can I go back one?
Is this a teachable moment?
No. I'll never learn. It's one success.
One success.
Yeah.
So you're going to be shooting the...
Yeah.
Do me some damage?
I'm going to shoot it now. All right, let's go. That's a 3 on my 6 and a 6 on my 6 plus a 3 on my 6, so that is 12 plus 1, 13.
13.
So 1 and 2 raises.
That's 1 success, no raise.
Oh, sorry,
Because
yes.
it's against the monster's
Toughness, yes.
This is a tough old monster. So yeah, it's a success, no raise. So the creature is shaken, but it doesn't take any damage.
Doesn't tear his tongue right off.
No, it's sort of the bullet pings off the tongue, and it sort of whips its head around towards you, and it's sort of distracted and thrashing its head around you. Okay, Edie.
I'm gonna pull out my sword off Winchester, and try to aim, just hit it. Not a particularly cold shot. I'm just gonna aim in its general direction and try and weaken it.
Okay.
Somewhat.
Start blasting.
Shooting. Oh, it's an 8 on my 8.
Ooh.
And another 8 on my 8.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
And a 6, so that is 22.
Okay, so you can add 6 to your damage roll.
Cool, right. Okay, so that's 7. Plus 4. Take away 1, that's 10. and 1. That's 11.
Okay, it is already shaken, so it does take a wound from this. So where are you shooting it?
If it wasn't a cold shot, you're just sort of aiming.
Center mass, like just somewhere. Like I know it's a little bit like weaker in the underbelly, so trying to kind of like hit low. Yeah, just any bit that's sort of showing, I suppose, and just.
Cool. That sort of blows a chunk out of the side of the alligator, but that only seems to make it angrier. It sort of starts whipping its head around more. It's like looking at you now, and it does draw DeLacy even closer to the gnashing jaws, which are
Look it in the eye meanly.
yeah, nice, yeah, impressive. Okay, Nate, it's your turn. Do me a spirit roll before you do anything. What was your? Do you remember your Dominion level? Do you remember you let the devil out last time?
Yes, I remember. I started at 8 because my spirit is a D8, but I believe I lost. I think it might have been 2 points of Dominion.
It's quite a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do me a spirit roll.
Okay. Oh, beans. That's a fail.
Nate, you black out. The rest of you see Nate, sort of his head slumps and then it snaps back up, and then Nate marches over to the alligator, and, well, Nate, I'll let you just describe what happens to this alligator.
I think Nate probably lets out just this like weird guttural howl and kind of like scampers over, almost like using his arms to kind of propel himself as well. He kind of skitters over on all fours and like clambers up onto the head of this alligator and just puts his hands like on the top jaw, probably like a tooth goes through his palm or something, and he just starts pulling like with a foot braced on the jaw, and it's kind of like snaps, and he just shoves that down and then just starts like stomping on the skull of this thing between the eyes until it gives in and is just mush.
Oh yeah, get him, Nate.
Just doesn't stop either. It's just kind of like drilling his way down into the corpse of this thing.
Good job.
Nate?
Beacon Joe. What the hell? What the hell is your friend doing?
He's monster hunting. Leave him to it. Also, we don't know. We've never seen it before. Shut up.
Nate is like tearing chunks out of this alligator with his teeth. He's like pulling parts out with his bare hands, like leaving claw marks across the belly of this alligator.
Can I sort of saunter up, assuming that I'm out the tongue now? That sort of slacken.
Oh yeah, the tongue is in pieces.
Can I sort of walk up gently, approaching Nate?
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Nate, leave something to jerk.
Do me a persuasion roll.
That is a 6. 6.
You see the pace of the kind of the shredding. It starts to slow, but it doesn't stop. It starts to ease off a little. It's still going though. Like Nate is still going absolutely nuts on this thing.
Nate, everything okay there? You can stop now. You've done it. You've done an excellent job.
Okay, another persuasion roll, please.
Okay. Also +1 because attractive.
Look up, determined not to listen, and they go.
That's good because I rolled 2 3s, so I got +1. It's 4. Pass just.
Can I loudly declare?
I hear that a steel pan's the best way to make cornbread.
Has to be a cast iron skillet. I learned this on the way over.
Silas.
Once you got
Silas, don't you see it?
Okay, through all of your
launch
combined
into the
all of your combined efforts are working to calm Nate down. Nate, through the blackness, you start to see sort of shapes, but they're not the shapes of the things that you saw before the blackness set in. You can see a sort of a shadowy face in front of you. You feel as though you're falling slowly, as if through choking black water. You can feel an insistent voice in your head, and you can only make out the word return, just being said over and over. You see the figure stood in front of some kind of portal, some kind of doorway. You don't know where it leads. And then again, the word return, and then suddenly you're back. And you are elbow deep in an alligator.
Goodness me.
I just wordlessly hand him the jerkin sack.
It's him! He's the beast of Bisley Bayou!
What?
No.
He been killing all... Look at him! It's the same as the cows, the same as the deer's him!
Sort of put my hand on some of the claw marks. Oh.
So this is your game, huh? You pretend to be monster hunters and you bring your friends out here to kill our...
You shut up!
No,
Shut up right now.
what? I think I have a right to be angry. This guy's been coming
You
in
don't
here...
breathe a word of this.
Intimidation?
Okay. But if it doesn't work, it's gonna be worse. Okay. Yeah, sure. Don't stop checking, Luke. You don't have it. No, that's fail.
Well, it's an opposed roll.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Tested by...
2 then.
No.
Word the
Sir,
job.
I can tell you I have no idea what has been going on here. This is all very new to me. I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Can I check Nate's boots and try and compare them with the shoe prints, the slightly smushed shoe prints?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Notice.
Oh, explode on my 6. Ooh. And a 5, so that's 11.
Yeah, okay. So you wouldn't walk Nate over and...
Yeah. I'm Nate, could you come with me for a second?
Yeah, I'm docile as anything
Yeah.
right now. I'm just in a state of shock.
Lead Nate over and just kind of try and line up one of the
they're a bit
shoes.
softened from the weather, but it's a match.
Nate, I think something may have changed in you now that you're different, now you came back. And I think we need to get this under control so that, you can get on to doing your jerk business.
You just became the best monster hunter in the business.
Yeah, but we weren't fighting no monster. We were just fighting a big, not normal alligator, but...
But it was... The last thing I remember, it was going to hurt the boy,
Yeah,
which made me very upset.
yeah.
I just sit down, just like old man plop on the ground, like... Blah.
So, Joe, seems Nate was the beast all along. What do you intend to do with this information?
Is he gonna do it again?
No.
Well, I guess that's
Would you
better
see-
than...
Would you see this man butchered or hanged?
Well, no, but also I'm worried for the townsfolk.
You talk a lot. You spoke a lot on that tour.
So it's
Your jaws are always flapping.
it's fun for the tourists. They come and...
The fun's over now, Joe.
Joe, we're gonna take our friend and we're gonna take him home and we're gonna try and work out what's going on.
Get him the help he needs.
I would warn you to be careful of these huge alligators. These are bigger than anything I've ever seen, and I grew up on a bayou
Yeah,
myself.
dangerous out here locking up, and people don't always make it back to their shack, do they?
Lacey,
Okay, well,
please ignore the child. I'm so sorry. He's going through some things right now.
I'm keen to not see this kid anymore. Get back in the boat and I'll take you back to the shore.
I'd like to go home.
Don't worry, darling. We're gonna take you home. We're gonna get you some nice meat soup.
Oh.
And we'll work out what's going on. We'll get to the bottom of this.
There's nothing wrong with you, Nate. Whatever you've got, if it's a part of you, it's part of all of us.
All right, so yeah, you've
We're going to make a lot of money killing monsters this way.
Okay, so everyone piles back into Beacon Joe's boat. He half-heartedly
continues the tour.
I
Would it make
Can we do the rest of the tour?
yeah, Edie sits right across.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us the full tour, Joe? Put your mind at ease. And she reacts like positively to everything. She's like, "Oh my days, that is the funniest thing I ever did here."
And up here we have a rhino.
Oh,
Got anything to say about the rhino, Joe?
I forgot. It was a joke about, I forget, chasing people up a tree or something, but it doesn't seem all that important right now.
does he like to blow his own horn?
Yeah,
There we go, Joe.
something like that. Yeah. Okay, well, here we are back at the dock. Just make sure that he's okay.
We will. Don't worry, sir.
It seems like Joe is like super intimidated. He's not gonna like blab and get to.
Yeah.
Could I take the envelope with the sort of ropey dollars?
The sad dollars,
The
yeah.
sad dollars.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm going to trust you because I know that you'll do what's right. Because if you don't, I'll kill you so horribly. Distribute this amongst the parishioners. We took their money and, well, we probably owe them more than this, so it doesn't seem fair that we keep it.
Okay, yeah, he takes the few sad dollars from you and shaking hands, just sort of looks at them. He's had quite the day, so I think he's just gonna stay here and process that. So yeah, you're heading back to HQ.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably.
Get you home.
Okay, so yeah,
Pop him on a horse.
yeah. Silas, are you walking back?
Yep.
Okay, so everyone else gets home about 20 minutes before you.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, they're you're back at HQ now. Assume getting Nate some beans or something.
Yeah, beans and meat soup.
Cool. All right. Yeah. 20 minutes later, Silas walks in.
Had it. Any beans left?
No.
Are there ever?
Damn it.
Should have got it 20 minutes earlier.
We're all full of beans.
So.
I feel I owe everyone an apology. It appears I have done some terrible things.
We've all done terrible things.
Yeah.
Speak for
At
yourself.
least you did it to cows and stuff.
But I didn't know I was doing it at all.
So you don't remember blacking out on any other occasions, just this one time?
Oh, no, I do black out. Basically every day.
Thought it was just because he was old.
Well, I don't necessarily sleep, but do you remember I mentioned that I'm somewhat sharing my corporeal form with a Manitou. Mm-hmm. It gets to drive every now and then. Something about this feels very different.
What did you see?
I saw a face. I kept hearing the word return.
Human face?
Yes, largely.
What did he look like?
I couldn't say. I feel perhaps I should remain here for a while. Perhaps do some reading or otherwise research what is happening.
Maybe sleep in the cell.
Yes, if you're willing to trade, perhaps you could keep running meat strips du jour while
This idea for a cornbread side.
Whoa, whoa. Big ideas over here.
Yeah, well, perhaps we'll discuss that at the next annual general meeting of Meat Strips Du Jour, but for now, yes, place me under lock and key, I suppose.
Yeah, here at Monster Hunters Du Jour HQ, you do have, courtesy of Edie, a small library of books about monsters and spirits and things of that nature.
They're on a nice little bookshelf behind the chaise lounge in the downstairs area.
We'll bundle all those books into the cell and Nate can read them at his leisure.
Yes. I take for Nate's I take some of the books and I get someone to help me take the chaise lounge down into so that it's nice and like comfy in there. She's like, poor man doesn't know what he was doing, you know. So
that chaise lounge is not going to be the same once I've spent it.
Oh, she's like, I wanted to buy a new one anyway.
Yeah, I've been in the Bayou quite a lot.
Yeah.
I'm swampy. Oh, and I'm covered in
alligator.
Alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right.
Okay, so you're going through the books looking for something about Manitou.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think I'm going to make you roll for this because you're just going to go through the books and stuff. But there is a book in among the collection called Bardo's Spirit Guide, which has a whole section on Manitous, spirits that latch onto a dying person and give them life in exchange for dominion. And now, usually once a Manitou is attached to a person, the door is closed behind them. But it talks in the book of something that harrowed, such as Nate can do, known as letting the devil out, which, if done improperly or recklessly, it can not only open the door but create an entire avenue to allow something else in.
What did you do?
My bee. Oh, beans.
Yeah, do you want to tell the others about this, or do you want to keep this to yourself?
Do you want to
Any progress, Nate?
Yes. I just information. You it's possible when we were fighting against Victoria, I got somewhat carried away, putting my mortal soul in danger, and apparently now all of you. It is possible that the most expedient way to deal with this would be if one of you were to shoot me in the head. Now.
Well, we're not going to do that.
Oh. May I?
Nope.
What kind of danger are we talking about?
Oh, well, let's just say that my grip on myself, left unchecked, will become more and more tenuous until I am taken over and rendered entirely monstrous. May I infer from the spectacular amount of viscera about my person that I rendered some unspeakable violence on the gator?
You saved DeLacy, yeah? You murdered that gator good.
Yes. Now imagine if I were doing that all the time, attacking everything indiscriminately.
Well,
forever.
Well, that's what we've got this cage for, I say, and rap on the bus.
Yes.
Can I just, give it a little rattle? Do I reckon it'll hold?
It's a strong cage, but there's no sort of telling what the limit of what you can do is at this point.
Miss Garnet, it will certainly buy us some time.
At the bottom of the section on Manitous that you were reading, there is a kind of cross-reference to a later portion of the book, which is marked Rituals and Exorcisms.
Oh!
Read the book. What are these $2 word types have to say? Well, it must say how to stop it or whatever.
You know, reading is fundamental, DeLacy. You should try it sometime.
Fundamental. $2 words, Mewtwo, Nate. I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can carry on reading. So the book talks about a theoretical way of exercising a Manitou. To do it, you would have to open a door, a portal to the spirit realm, which is the only place that these Manitou are vulnerable. The ritual involves a bell, a book, and a candle. It speaks of a music box that you need to open this portal. It's theoretical, no one has ever tried it, and also it may cause the death of the host as well. But this is what's outlined in the book. Nate, as you hear these items being read out, you start to feel again as if you're sinking through black water. You see yourself stood on the deck of a riverboat. The name on the side of the boat is the Totentans. And you see the man from the earlier vision. He's clearer now. You can make out his neatly parted hair and a mustache that stretches the length of his face. He's talking to someone. And he points at a large ornate bell on the front of the boat. And as soon as he points, suddenly the vision shifts again. You're now in a pitch black room. A candle flickers into light, illuminating a man dressed all in black with shoulder-length hair and a grim expression on his face. There's a U.S. Marshal star on his chest. Rackstraw, says the voice that you heard earlier. I've come to, and then suddenly you're back in the room again.
Are we all dead?
No.
I
fine.
believe I know where we can acquire 2 of the items on this list. I still maintain that the swiftest course of action would be to put me down. But if you are determined to find another way around this problem, then I believe I know where we should begin.
What did you see?
Okay, so yeah, at the mention of the Totentans, Garnet, you have heard of this.
Oh, okay.
You have some information.
You gave me some information earlier and said you will know this already. So I've heard of this ship. So I recognise that name. The Totentans is a legendary gambling riverboat. It sails once a month and invites are exceedingly rare. It's a gambling riverboat. We just need to get ourselves invitated.
It's famous. And the name Rackstraw,
Oh, yes.
you immediately recognise that.
I know Rackstraw. I don't like it, but I know it. Rackstraw is a U.S. Marshal, man of deep faith and conviction, who Silas knows from the past, carries a supernatural always lit candle, and operates out of the town of God's Acre, which is a long way away. But it sounds like we need to run him down.
The thing is, Nate, about your swiftest course of action. The thing about swiftest courses of action is it's not going to take us very long to do it later. So we can always, if it comes to it, but I say it won't.
Well, I may hold you to that, boy. Really, if it were to be anyone, I'd rather it be you.
Cheers.
Put that on the 13-year-old, yeah.
Because I'm very fond of you. And I would like you to remember me.
With a hole in my forehead.
Thank you all.
That's my dog.
Well, Nate, it's not going to come to that because we're going to hit this riverboat. We're going to meet this Rackstraw.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Become reacquainted.
Well, I suppose if anyone needs me, I have rather a lot of alligator to process.
And by process, I mean jerk.
Out of the tree, you hear someone going, "They got alligator jerky! Hot damn!"
Sunrise already.
Line starts forming already, and I guess we will we'll pull out of the headquarters of Monster Hunters Du Jour as the line forms and the group inside comes to terms with the new situation of their teammate Nate. And we will pick this up next time.
That was so cool.
Oh no.
Thank you so much for watching this season premiere of Oxventure Presents Deadlands. Thank you to our wonderful players, Luke, Johnny, Mike, Ellen, and Jane. Do come on back next week for episode 2. It's a weekly show, so we'll pick it back up then. In the meantime, do like and subscribe, and we will see you next time for more Deadlands.
Woo!